I wanted to kind of sit down and really have like a little heart-to-heart moment with you all. I'm sure everyone has been aware of all of the recent racism and protests going on, not only with George Floyd, but also with other incidents that unfortunately had happened, such as Breonna Taylor. If you guys aren't aware, then you guys can just look it up on Google. But I wanted to make this video to kind of reach out to everyone out there, because I know with everything that's been going on in our world lately, it has definitely taken a toll on all of us. And I wanted to kind of be the light in the midst of these dark situations. And what better way to do that than to share my faith with you guys? And as you guys know, I am Christian, and I am not ashamed and I am not afraid to spur the gospel around and to spread God's good name, because He is always good, forever and always. And I want to show, I want to show you guys just how amazing He still is, and He is the only person who can bring light towards these difficult situations. And also keep in mind, guys, as well, side note, I participated in Blackout Tuesday recently, which was last week, so that's why I didn't post the day of that I usually post, which is on Tuesdays. So I wanted to honor that and to show my support towards everyone in my Black community, and I wanted to just focus on that and to really be the voice of change and to do everything that I can to make a difference. And so I wanted to just kind of put that out there as well. So and I want to share one of my favorite devotional books. I mentioned this one in my previous video, but The 100 Days to Be Brave by Annie F. Downs. And she has this really, I think it's definitely, excuse me, hard-hitting verse from the Bible, and she translates that into her own interpretation, and I think it is very much needed. So this one is from Matthew chapter 9 verse 12, and it reads this: On hearing this, Jesus said, "It is not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick." And here she says, I got LASIK eye surgery recently. It's amazing. It feels like the closest thing to a miracle that I have ever experienced. I was blind, but now I can see. But it didn't feel great. There were a lot of pressure and a decent amount of pain that afternoon after the surgery. But I know the pain was worth it, because now my eyesight is practically perfect. Surgery hurts, but it is always for our good and for our health. There are times when God is going to take you through surgery, not because He wants to hurt you, but because He loves you and wants to heal you. I've seen it my whole life. Things being cut away, sins being revealed, secrets being exposed, all for my good, even when it hurt. We know that, and yet we often behave like our surgery isn't trustworthy and isn't out for our good. We live our lives panicking and worrying and wondering why our lives are full of pain. When we remember we're sinners in need of Jesus, we can trust our great physician. Jesus reminded us that we are sick people who need a doctor. We cannot see the future. We do not know what's best for us. We make mistakes. We say things we regret. We do things with impure motives. We live in a broken world. But our God is a healer. He loves us, and we can be brave in the face of brokenness and pain and spiritual surgery, because we know that God is good. So when I was reading this the other day, it really just stuck out to me, mainly because the part where she says we live in a broken world, but our God is a healer. He loves us. Reading that just kind of reassured me that God, He is always listening and He's always watching us. He knows exactly what's going on in the world right now. And much more to speak on it on a more spiritual level with everything going on lately. It's the sign of the end of times, the second coming of Christ. And if any of you aren't familiar with that, it's in the book of Revelation, towards the end times, that God is coming back to reclaim His kingdom and for His throne, and coming back here on earth. And I read Revelations. I didn't finish reading Revelations yet, but so far I'm aware that during the end times, there will be trials and tribulations. There will be famine. I'm probably saying that wrong. Famine. There will be, death and riots and all these really crazy things that's been going on lately. So it's in the book of Revelations. But so morally, God knows what's going on, and it was bound to happen. However, it's unfortunate that racism, that still exists, and that wasn't at least from what I've read so far. I'm not done yet with Revelations, but racism was definitely not a part, because God made all of us, created all of us in the face of His image. We're all loved, and we're all loved by Him. And racism, unfortunately, is something that our world still faces to this very day in the year of 2020, and has always been going through since way back when. Way back before the 1900s, actually, unfortunately. But I wanted to make this video to kind of, as I mentioned before in the beginning, just to bring light, and just want to let you guys know this. Despite your beliefs and what you guys may believe in, I am not knocking on anyone's beliefs at all. That is not why I made this video, and that's not what I'm trying to do here or ever. But I just wanted to let you guys know this, that God, He is listening. He knows what's going on. He knows everyone's pain. He knows everyone's struggle. And He's always going to be there for us. No matter what, no matter how far away we may drift from Him, no matter what sin we may fall into, or whatever difficult pain that has lashed onto us and onto our hearts, He just wants us to come to Him. It's that simple, and that's all. And personally, for me, my faith journey with God has definitely increased and escalated compared to where it used to be. I grew up in a Christian home. My mom, she always talked to me about God. We used to always pray every night before bed, and she used to have Matt read me children's stories from the Bible so I can kind of better understand it. But I was a child, so I didn't really understand it and grasp on it the way I do now, if that makes sense. So for me in my faith journey, I've been in so many situations where God has protected me and my loved ones and the people that are around me and that I really do love and care about in my life. And so I definitely am a true witness that God is real. He is always there, and He is listening no matter what. And with all these protests and racism and just the insanity that our president, that you want to say, has been unleashing lately, he is not the ruler. God is the ruler, and this is God's kingdom. Well, not God's kingdom, but this is the world that God created, and it's the pain and the hurt. It's not going to last forever. And I know it's easier said than done, and I'm sure that is a phrase that everyone hears, and it's not much I can do on that point with pain wise, but morally is all I can say is that God is listening and He's always there for us, no matter what. And with everything happening lately, He is completely aware. And like I said before, nothing lasts forever, but God is eternal. And that's it. And that is pretty much all I wanted to say for this week's video. And it's, like I said, I just wanted to bring light in the situation and let everyone know that I'm here. I'm aware of what's going on. I'm present. I'm supporting my Black community as best I can. I've been signing so many petitions, donating wherever I can as well. I have. And there's much more I can say, but besides that, that's all I wanted to say and I wanted to share. So I thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave me comments in the section about what this video made you feel. If I helped in a certain way, if I didn't make sense, if I did, whatever, or just how you may feel in the moment of what's going on lately. Just leave it down in the comments down below, and I would greatly appreciate that. And I hope you guys stay safe out there. Stay blessed. I love y'all.